are streaming on, I think we're streaming on all platforms right now: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. The only one I can't get is LinkedIn. Are you posting on LinkedIn at all?
No, but I saw you and I saw the clip of you and Tom excited when you realized that you could post on Twitter or stream on Twitter at the same time. That's pretty cool.
Dude, that shit was actually really funny when we found that out. That was a huge moment for us. We've come a long way because that show. The reason I think people like it is because I remember in like episode 1 we were figuring stuff out, and like every single episode we keep figuring things out, and it's like all documented online. But anyways. Welcome to the Joyage Kingdom, everybody. I'm Cade, your guide. I'll be replacing the voices I dread for now, giving you a break from the constant internal monologue that is the human mind. I want to say thank you first for listening or viewing on whatever platform you're on. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. We got Cody on chain with us, the King of Solana. I forgot to put that in the title, but you are the King of Solana, and I was wondering what your thoughts are as to like when people think of you, they typically think of purple and Solana. Is that something you like, or are you kind of like trying to break out of that, or?
No, I don't care. I'm a huge fan of the whole like Solana chain itself. I'm a fan of like the vibe over here. Much more laid back. I feel like it's more my style. It's more degen. It's more just kind of go with the flow. It's not soft. I mean, I'm fine with it for sure.
Dude, the funny shit about with the Solana projects is like, okay, actually, how many other NFT Solana YouTubers are there? Are you the only one? Because I haven't heard of many others.
No, Cool Times does both. Obviously, he's like pretty good into doing ETH and Soul. But then like Jersey, Grish, Ragnar, Matt, Head Sauce. But yeah, Jersey actually has the most subs out of all of us. He's
You guys all friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we do this. We're doing a weekly live stream together before this called the Soul Boys, but we haven't posted in like a month.
Oh shit! What happened, bro? The motivation?
No, I mean, yeah, pretty much. I'm
Is
just
that
waiting until people like NFTs again. That's all.
Yeah, no, dude, that's honestly true. I've seen there's been a couple of YouTubers. I don't know if you've heard of them. I just found out about this dude. Like, well, I apparently I had met him at New York. I just didn't really realize who he was. Champ Crypto. I didn't really know who he was. I've seen his profile picture, the mutant, before, but I didn't really know him. And that dude's popping the fuck off. Like, it's weird in YouTube land. Like, I remember last year when I first started making videos as well, and I had like 500 subscribers or something, and I quickly jumped onto the scene. Like, when there's like new fresh blood out there and they're putting out some like fire videos, like it can still take. But you're right. After a few months, dude, like some videos you like aren't working as much as you want, and you're just kind of like, motherfucker. Like, what are your favorite videos to stream or like make videos about? Is it the streams or?
Yeah, I like the live streams the best. Definitely the most fun because like it's really just how you're feeling in the moment. People are asking questions. People are like giving you shit for a bad trade. People are just all feeling the same energy. So definitely the live streams where I can kind of go back and forth. But
yeah,
I mean the other videos are important, right? I tried whenever you try to do different content too, just kind of see what happens. YouTube might not like it, but my favorite videos are the ones that I made a few videos that really sucked, got like no views. Like I made a video called like these 10 companies need to join the NFT or join the Web3 space. And I got like a 15th of my normal views, but I was like, damn, I thought this was one of my best videos. But you know how
dude, that's literally how it works. What do you think? So actually, me and Tom, I don't know if I forget if it was last week or what episode it was, but we really went into depth on this topic as far as YouTube, which is I fucking love talking to content creators because what's up, Kosher? Because it's something that I don't really get to talk about with many people. There's like no YouTubers in Seattle. I don't know. There might be, but as far as like NFT content, no one really talked to on that side. But the idea of posting videos and not looking at numbers as the metric for certain videos, like when I post a video that I know is not going to do well as far as like views and analytics and stuff, I just like completely write off the idea that it's going to do well from numbers. And I'm like, okay, like how many people can I get to say my code word at the end? Like how many people are staying to the end? Like of the 15th or like of the 25 or to 100 people who see this video, are they actually is this gonna build my brand a little bit? So how do you look at numbers for like all the metrics and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I think that like it has to be a balance, right? Like you said, there's a difference between like building your brand, getting those 100 people that really fuck with you. Or wait, do you swear here at all? Or?
Yeah, dude, I swear everywhere.
I can't stop it. Like those 100 people that like really care about what you're putting out, so they're gonna watch whatever it is. Or then there's obviously building your audience, building the channel, bringing more people in with that, more 100x videos, like those type of stuff. So it's definitely a balance, but I'm gonna put out a video whether I think it'll do well or not. Except for right now, I guess I'm not. But one thing that I will say, I think I'm kind of a nerd about. I still create videos, and I won't post some videos, but like just kind of go through the motion of doing the research, recording the video, and still doing it. And if I don't think I want to post it, I won't. But I still want to record the video.
Has anything changed like for you? Like I'm not even near your level yet as far as all the numbers, but when that like how long you been making videos again?
The week after Thanksgiving, like November 26th or something.
Okay.
So like 8 months.
How quickly did that shit happen? Because like for me, I'm okay with posting videos that won't do as well. I guess I've gotten used to it. I've been making videos for so long. I've gotten used to like none of my videos popping off. So I'm like, like whatever. I don't really give a shit. But like how many of your videos do you say are like purely focused on algo? Like do you post any like personal content, like stuff like this maybe where you kind of go into more like personality stuff?
And not as like a solo recorded video. Really, I do that all in my live streams.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of
Okay.
what I save that for, because like people are going to be there in anyway, and like if they care about this stuff, they'll be in here asking questions at the same time. So that's really
True.
where I spend that type of content creation on, and I'm a huge fan of that.
Dude, when did the fucking live stream start? So I've seen a couple, and dude, they're like 5 hours long, but they're so good. And like somehow you can stay around for 4 hours. I've never done a podcast or just live stream. I think my longest ever was 2 hours, and that was a podcast with somebody. And so he was good. He just talked the whole time.
Right.
So that was good for me. How the fuck do you trade for 4 hours straight?
Dude, I don't record for the next 2 days. I make sure that I know I can't record because my voice is shot. It's literally 4 hours by myself, and you don't shut up. Like you can't shut
Yeah.
up really. So, and I'm not normally that talkative a person in real life. Like not like how you have to be on camera. And at the end, you are just so drained. Like your adrenaline's high for the next 30 minutes, and then
Yep.
you just absolutely crash.
Dude, that's literally how it is. I remember my biggest example of this was when I interviewed the CyberKongs team, and I was so that was just such a big like that was just such a big podcast. I was so excited for that one, and because like I mean that's like a huge OG project. It's one of the ones
Right.
that all the big boys are talking about. They're all of them are in there. And so when I did that podcast, I was like super stoked about it. And then after the pod, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for a run. I'm gonna use this like fucking dub, and I'm just gonna power through the rest of the day. And instead, I fucking crashed on my beanbag behind me and slept for 6 hours straight.
Dude, it's real until you actually sit there and just talk for that long. You don't really understand how like you're just sitting here, right? That can't be that tiring. It sucks.
It's fucking intense, dude. And you did them quite consistently for a while, and I know you've kind of something as much recently, but also NFT NYC. Like for me, NFT NYC afterwards, at least, I like hit the ground running. I don't know what it was exactly. I just like went super hard right after New York. I think it's because all the YouTubers got sick, and I was like, "Fuck me, this is like I got to
I
pounce on
did.
this shit." Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. You did. How was that?
Dude, I still posted too. Like I sounded like shit in my last two videos too, but it was alright.
It's just how it is. That's just how it is. Do you batchman at all? Do you batch film, like batch edit? Do you edit all your shit, or like how does that work?
So no, I have an editor. Basically, it's kind of tough too because I write my script, record, and then I work with one guy to do all my B-roll, like all the stuff I want to show on screen at the same time.
Yeah,
Then send it over to my editor. So it's kind of tough because like you can't really put out breaking news content unless I want to go live. So that's the
that's
one
true.
thing.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. I remember that was like that was probably my biggest flex early on my YouTube channel. Like if something happened, I popped on it like
Nice.
within minutes. I jumped on it. Now pretty much a lot of people have moved to the news anchor, so that doesn't work as well. But I remember like back in the day, dude. Like since it was just the alpha calls really happening, uh,
Mhm.
I would just cover things, and dude, those videos fucking pops. Especially if I use the word Bored Ape, or if I have a good Bored Ape thumbnail or something. Like that's literally the only NFT people know about. Like especially my YouTube Shorts. I don't know if you've gotten on YouTube Shorts, by the way. I've been like screaming at everybody on Twitter about
Dude,
it.
as soon as I saw your numbers, did you not see me like a week ago looking for editors? Like, hey, who edits shorts
Oh
and stuff like
shit,
that?
I did
Like,
see that. Is that what it came from?
yeah, yeah. No, I was like, damn, I'm in. Like, I was talking to Cool Times too in NYC. Like, he just started
Yeah.
doing TikTok a lot. I was like, why not? I mean, it's just another platform.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hard though. Like I spent the last 3 days editing. I basically went back and found like 5 podcasts I've been on, or 5 podcasts I recorded in the last few days, and I basically clipped them up. But I do it all my own because I'm uploading so many times. Like an
Yeah.
editor is literally not possible right now unless I'm
Mhm.
just like just super uber rich. I couldn't afford an editor for the amount of output I'm doing right now, but I spent literally 3 days editing it, and there's probably like 75 clips I'm gonna be able to use. So I've just started using that because you can make TikTok specific content where you have your phone out, you actually record it. Those videos do okay. I don't know.
Mhm.
With when you post things from like a podcast, though, I don't know. It works easier. You don't have to like refilm stuff Coach says he was thinking of doing shorts too. Is hey, how it messes up your feed. Yeah, I do hate that too, but I don't think people are looking at your feed. Like I don't do that.
I
Very
think that's an
often.
us thing. I was gonna say that. I think we look at stuff like that, but I don't think that's like how people consume YouTube. So I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I did every now and then for like a very specific creator, but
Mhm.
like I don't know. I don't like care about the aesthetic really. I'm like looking to see which video is going to spark my interest. You know.
I do. I did see Kosher too saying that he's here to start upping his game content wise. I saw all his tweets in the last week saying the same thing. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I hope we all come back strong, putting out content. But to your point about like editing, one thing I learned about myself is like I like if I don't love doing something, I'm not going to give it my all. And I love researching for videos. I love recording them. I don't like editing, so I'm just not going to give it my all. And like
Yeah.
that's going to put me behind. Like I won't put out videos if I had to sit there and edit myself. So it's one of those things that I can't put out content like you because, like you said, my editor's like $150 a video, and obviously I can't do that and put your level of output. But for me, it's just I only want to do stuff that I really enjoy doing, and I
Yeah.
just can't get myself to sit here and edit for 6 hours or
It's
whatever.
miserable. The only reason, and me and do you know Nate NFT Nate at all?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
the YouTuber. So he's got a huge background in editing. So for him, he can edit a video in 10 minutes and he's done. And so for me, like I can do the same. I just can't edit to his level. Like your videos, for example, your videos pop and it makes me so jealous because I'll watch your video. You like the thing will pop up on the screen, it'll zoom dick in and out, there's little sound effects. And I'm like, motherfucker. Because like one day I'll spend 30 minutes and I'll just learn how to do like the quick version of that and I'll just like add that to my videos. But right now, all my like probably 85% to 90% of my editing is just screen recording my thing and then just chopping up the dead space in
Right.
between. So it doesn't take that long, but it does take a fucking lot out of it. Do you have any experience beforehand with before like November with videos and editing and stuff like that?
No, like editing was me just trying to figure it out all at once. I come from a content marketing background, like writing blogs, running Twitter accounts, that type of stuff, like creating content, but not recording on screen or editing at all. So that it like I did it for probably my first 20 videos. If you go back, like they're still up, like they look a lot different, obviously.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna do that.
until like the middle or end of January, it was just me. And I love how the videos changed ever since I switched over to an editor, and
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
that's legendary, dude. That's legendary. What the fuck was I gonna say? I had a really good question. Anyways, so you started off with Twitter stuff and making other people's content a little bit. You're fucking natural on camera. I mean, you just said you like being on camera. Like for me, being on camera is my favorite thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I
but
mean, it's different. It's something that you have to get used to, unless you can say that people are like natural or whatever. I don't feel that way at all, like personally at least. Took
do
me
you
a
have a bunch
while
of
to like,
reshots?
uh not really. Like I mean, if my editor gets to see like some pretty funny clips because I try to say the same thing 3 times in a row. But I mean, I also can stream live for 5 hours, so it's much different though. Like I'm trying to say an exact sentence the right way on a
Yeah.
specific video, but then on a live stream, it's just you're trying to get out a thought, which is a lot easier.
Yeah, no, 100%. And fucking shot just like broke my reality. This is something I should know. And it's really sad I didn't know this until you just said this, Sean. So thank you for this. Transition packs. All right. Sean, if you have a good one and you know where to find the best ones, then please send them on Twitter or DM them to me on Twitter or something. That would be lit for me. I didn't even think of that. Wait, do you so with your editor, like this is a big one for me that's still gonna be big, even though at some point I will be able to delegate and hire an editor. It's gonna be tough for me to let up that part of the creativity side for me
Right.
because I've always looked at editing. Like back in the day, I don't know how much you know about like my history, but like I used to do like vlog stock content. I've done like all types of videos. So editing is like where you have total control of everything. But with NFT YouTube, bro, there's like not that much creativity. Like there's
Right.
not a whole lot you can do there. It's not like a vlog or a cinematic sequence here. But do you work with your editor or do you just send him all your shit and trust them?
No, you should see my like raw clips. Like when I'm talking, I basically like send something like, "Hey, and right here, can you actually like take this clip and this is how I want it to look." So
Oh,
during my raw videos, I'm literally talking to my editor after each shot and be like, "Hey, can we do this with this and stuff like that."
dude, that's fucking legendary. Are you friends with him? Like, how'd you meet him or her?
It's Brett Way's editor. He actually introduced me to him. Or actually, I think it was maybe it was him, maybe it was Kosher or Bento Boy was like, "Hey, I'm looking for an editor." And like 3 people, including Brett, said, "Hey, this guy's good." So I DM'd him. I was like, "Hey, you got any more
Nice.
room?" And he said, "Yeah."
That's legendary, dude. Oh man, that editor is probably making bank, dude.
Yeah.
Editors can make good fucking money, especially in
Yeah.
NFT YouTube or crypto YouTube. Like, I don't even want to know how much money like Elio Trades YouTube or his editor is doing, because his editing is like next level. Like, it's really really strong, really really good, feels professional, and that man's putting out a lot of content. So I imagine those editors are crushing it.
You
People
know what
who are
I was
selling these
thinking
shuffles.
too? Imagine being Elio's editor. You think that Elio's editor, like, first of all, before they go live, he knows what Elio's going to talk about in the video. Is he buying these NFTs before the video goes live while he's editing this? I was talking to a buddy about that, so who knows?
Bro, I don't fucking know. I need to. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get Tony from Journey Crypto onto the podcast for episode 100. That's the goal.
That'd be sick.
I'm gonna guilt trip him and put it onto Twitter, see if I can get it done. But I would love to know what happens behind those doors, as far as like people being top. Like, I mean, I don't know how much money that Elio's got, but motherfucker is the founder of Super Farm. He worked with Neo Tokyo. He's been in crypto forever. As long as he's actually like pulling through in the trades he says he does in his channel, he should be like absolutely loaded, right?
Yep. And Elio is actually the first content I consumed in this space like last summer. He's like the first person I was watching.
Was he? When the market crashed, you were watching him?
Yeah.
were you invested when that happened? I was fucked.
Not bad. It wasn't that bad, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I was investing in the wrong period of the market, and I lost a lot of money that overnight. I remember when it happened. To Journey Crypto put out a tweet and it was like, "This is maybe the best buying opportunity ever." And I was like, "Oh shit! Like, this is probably just like a quick flash crash, and then we're going right back to 60K, whatever we were at." And I bought like another $3,000 worth of shit, and it just did a whole lot of fucking nothing. And then at some point in the NFT land, I was like, you know what? I just need to go all in here, and I pulled out all my money from everywhere, like even the Roth IRA and everything, just went all into YouTube or NFT stuff, so I could just learn this shit. And I was like, okay, like I've been doing YouTube videos. I like making these NFT YouTube videos. I'm super interested in this shit. Like, I was full DGen mode for a long time. You and I probably would have gotten really along in the very beginning of my journey, but I kind of moved out of the trading sphere. Has your trading changed at all over the past like 6 months?
Dude, I've become so much worse of a trader. Like, the more content I put out, you can't sit there and look at the same stuff that you want to look at. You can't. I've become such a worse trader. I was showing, like, I have a channel on my Discord. I basically show most of my trades anyway, and you can just see like January plus 600%, February plus 400%, March plus 100%. Now it's like minus 200%. Like, just every month has been progressively lower the more content I've been putting out. But it's fine. Like, it's that balance. I've just realized, hey, I'm gonna trade a little bit less now. I'm just gonna kind of create content, talk about the market as opposed to being in it. That's why I haven't really been streaming. Most of my live streams are big hyped mint projects the day they drop, and I live stream the drop and that trade specifically. So OK Bears, Triple Ape Tribe, all things like that. So there just hasn't been that much excitement about a project since OK Bears, really.
Have you done anything with ETH projects, or are you fully on Solana right now?
My first 25 videos was ETH only, and then I made a flipping challenge series. Episode 1 had like 2 ETH projects and 1 Sol project. And then episode 2 had only like 3 Solana projects, and the views, I went from getting like 400 views a video, 500 views a video to like 10,000 views a video. Then I just went, hey, these upcoming 3 Solana projects, I got like 15,000 views. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing ETH anymore. I'm only doing Solana. So I started only doing ETH, and now I'm pretty much only Solana right now.
Yeah, well, that's how it works, right? Like, a video pops, and you're like, all right, shit, I'm rolling with that for a while.
That's
I guess.
what they want. I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm fine with it.
Bro, how much you make it?
We're first week in January.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I see Kosher's coming. He says, apparently Journey doesn't do podcasts. He's too shy, apparently. I could see that for sure. He does seem a bit shy. He's talked a little bit. He's opened up a tiny bit about like his personal life. Like, he's an artist. He likes music and stuff like that. I remember, I'm like 99% sure he saw my video on this, but I remember I put him on the stand, and I was like, dude, you've got to start talking to your community a little bit more. Like, this is not good enough. Your project's good, but it's only holding because of your stature in the space. And the next day, I remember he jumped out, and I remember I suggested, I was like, you should jump into like an AMA or something, just in Discord, connect to your audience a little bit. The next day, I remember he did a surprise AMA inside Discord, and I was like, this motherfucker saw me. For sure, he definitely saw me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, Coach. I'm hoping he jumps on. I mean, I'm known for the podcast, so maybe that'll give me a little bit of an up, but probably not. Honestly, he's got a shit ton of other things to do, I'm sure. But dude, okay, so tell me about the trading. How much? Because this is the real question, and I don't know if you probably talked about this. How much money are you playing with, and how much are you like making in these fucking trading things? Because it can't be like you can't like when I thought of the trading, I was thinking like ETH projects. And I was like, this motherfucker's like trading $2,000, 4,000, but then I was like, it's Solana, so it's a little bit smaller stuff. Is it like $10 here, $12 here, or like what is it?
So I'll just give an example, right? For the OK Bears stream, started with I basically for each stream I have a different starting amount, and it's just basically whatever's the most fun or the best, most clickable, whatever people want to see. Sometimes I do, hey, for people that only have 10 Solana, that's all I'm gonna start trading with. OK
Wow.
Bears, I want to do a little bit different. I did 100 Sol, which at the time Sol is like about $100. So it was a big bag at the time for that video, and I started the 100 Sol, flipped in the 6 hours. I only made like 3 flips because it was a lot of talking about what I was waiting for. I think I made like 40 Solana profit, so not bad. It was
Wow.
probably made like decent money. But yeah, I don't really trade like that day to day, and you can't really get those swings unless it's a big mint day. There's only that type of volume because all the people are there trading OK Bears because it was super hyped.
What is that volume like right now? OpenSea Ethereum projects at least are fucking down very bad.
Dude, it's so for comparison, right? The week of OK Bears dropping, Solana was 3x whatever it is now, right, in price.
Yeah.
And we were getting about 250 to 300,000 Solana traded per day. Right now we have 48,000 Sol. So it's already like 5 to 6 times less.
Yeah.
And the price of Sol is 3 times less. So it is way down bad.
Yikes. Yeah. So you can buy an OK Bear for like 99 cents right now.
Well, actually 100 Sol, like 100 Sol probably. So like
is that 100 Sol right now? That's not bad, dude. That's not bad. What are your thoughts on that? I remember when I was hearing about it, I really liked their whole brand, but then apparently all this stuff came out about their founder having some sketchy past or what?
I don't know. It was so I like Kai and Subi. Like it's not really that's not really the main issue, I think, for them. It's just people are impatient in NFT space. People are really impatient in the Solana space, and they're just not really like, instead of giving weekly or daily updates, they give a monthly update. Like the first of the month, hey, this is what we're doing. This is like what we've been working on, and they have like really slow Web 2 almost plans. And it's just the Solana space doesn't really love that right now. So I can see if we have another bull run, they being one of the names that really pops off. But
I agree.
Right now, I did exit that trade. I sold my last OK Bear for now. It just doesn't make sense to be a holder right now.
I agree, dude. I agree. Are there any Solana projects? Like I remember the Tripping 8 Tribe was people were excited about that because the tripping aspect. I even liked it a little bit. I just wasn't a huge fan of the artwork. I'm really stuck on the artwork right now in this bear market. Like I really don't want to hold shit that I don't love in my wallet. When I look at it, I'm like, man, motherfucker, I'd rather just have the money that's worth,
Right. I'm only holding like I'm holding a little bit, but I'm basically only holding my DGod, which is the biggest project on Solana, like 300 Sol floor. Holding a Teo Robotic, which is what I traded my OK Bear for. And then I'm holding some Kets. Basically, those 3 projects are the only ones that I don't mind holding right now. There's a few others. I'm not going to like say these are the only good projects, but I'm with you. I want to be liquid. And even those, like, it feels like pushing it if I want to still hold any NFTs right now. And I don't want to say that to, the audience because, this is an NFT show. That's what we do, but it's tough right now.
Yeah, man, it's really tough. I've really only bought recently like into a couple projects that I really support the artists, like or the artist or the creator or something like that. Other than that, like it's really hard to kind of get excited about anything. I don't know who to trust in the sense of like I don't know who's actually working. Like when they're like, what are they doing all day? Like I even asked, like I have friends who are project founders. I'm like, motherfucker, like what are you actually doing when you wake up? They're like, what do you mean you're working? Like are you just jumping in Discord and talking shit? Like I don't know what that is. Like what do you think people are doing?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Cause like I've talked to, obviously us as like content creators, we have more access to actual teams and like seeing what people are working on. I'm lucky enough to pretty much every big Solana team and project, like I can talk to and they'll answer like my DMs. I'd be like, hey,
nice.
What's going on? Like what's going on behind the scenes? What's the team look like? Whatever. But I don't know. They say, hey, we have a team of 7, we have a team of 8 full-time people, and we're going to do one thing done in 2 months. Like, well, how? You haven't tweeted in 3 days. Like, what are you doing? So I don't
Yeah,
know what they're
man.
doing.
It's fucking hard. And for people who don't know, back in the day, like back in September or so, when I first got into the NFT space full time, is because I was employed by this project called Ugaverse, and they're still honestly crushing. I think their Genesis collection especially is at like a 7.70 floor or something like that. They've really held strong through this bear market. And I'm out of the project now because we went kind of in different directions. But they hired me to be as a like an extra alpha in Discord to drop videos that are time sensitive a little bit earlier in their chat, just to bring them some more value, stuff like that. And I was getting paid full time. Like I was being paid like $2,400 a month for that, which is crazy at that point in the market. I was just like consistent income, and I basically didn't feel like I was doing it the extra. And I don't know what the fuck they did all day, dude. Because like I got on, and I'm like, hey, like, did you guys talk about anything? Like we have weekly meetings, and I tell them stuff about their brand. I'm like, hey, you guys need to work on this. You need to have content. I kept hammering it home. I was like, you need to do some kind of branding or content, so otherwise it's not going to hold. It's not going to hold. Like you can't just do these like random announcements that have to do with utility. Like you got to build the brand, and they just never did it. And I was like, guys, what are y'all doing all day? Like, what are y'all doing? That they won't answer for like 72 hours or like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days.
What do you want to see from a project? Because right now, one thing that we're seeing on the Solana side, there is like obviously there's only a few really strong projects, and the two of the top projects are DGods and Teos, and the two founders are very different. Like Teos, like there's this dude Tom Beast, like Web 2 guy, like ton of experience, and he's kind of quiet, developer side building. And then we have Frank for DGods, who is on Twitter. He's on Twitter. He joins all the Twitter spaces, like talks about the project. And we see on Twitter recently, just this week, I've seen people tweet two different things. I've seen Tom needs to talk more, and I've seen Frank, you just need to shut up and start building your project. So it's like people aren't going to be happy no matter what. So I guess what do you care more about? Which side would you rather be on?
Dude, I'm always on the side of putting out more. I just think that you can do it if you're not a YouTuber or something where you're putting out. If you're not a YouTuber putting out constant uploads, like for example, people are getting tired of like Journey Crypto because he's not putting out YouTube videos. So if you but he also doesn't put out a lot of tweets. So people want something from him, and so for him, I'd be like, you should post more. But if you're posting too much and then nothing's going on, then you have to have some kind of output that's not just the tweets. So you got to have some kind of like results to show, or like I don't know. I mean, it's hard with projects because it's just business, and like business just takes a while sometimes. Like you could just be locked up in a contract, and you're like, look, we just can't move forward until all parties sign, and we're just gonna have to wait 6 months or 6 weeks for that. Like there's nothing else to say there. So that's why I've always been like, okay, just start making content, like start a podcast show, start any kind of show, especially with like gaming projects. I mean, if you're a game developer, you can do a podcast show where you fucking just sit there in front of the camera and you like react to videos or react to movies and stuff like that. I just think that any kind of output in that department works. Like, what do you want to see when you see founders, you know?
I want to see more too, because I feel like I know Frank, and I feel like I know DGods. I feel like I know how he wants to run this project because of how he talks about it, how he talks about the space overall. Like he has comments on what he wants to see from Web3 itself. He wants comments on how he wants to see other founders. Like it's a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm the same with you. I want to see them talk and coming on shows, especially like, and this is a very specific example, but Frank for example, is like the biggest influencer also in the space without being an influencer. Like he doesn't have like a YouTube or whatever, but if he tweets something, he gets like 1,100 favorites in like 50 minutes, right? Like if he goes on a YouTube channel, like he came on our YouTube stream and we got way more views. He went on this random channel that had like a few hundred views. His episode got like 15,000 views. Like people want to hear him talk. So it's different with people like that, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. There's some people who just really give a rat's ass about some people. Like so especially on my stream. Like I remember when I interviewed Mikey G, he was one of the Hate Beast mods or that super hyped ETH project with all the monkeys derivative of Bored Ape. And when that podcast came out, we had like 1,000 views in like a day for me, which was fucking huge. And I was like, oh my God, like some people really care about the things they say because they just built such a personal brand. You've got a fucking super strong personal brand, dude. Like, do you think they came from the live streams? But like when you put out a tweet, people are all over you, bro.
I think it is from the live streams, right? Because like if I've done a lot more live streams than I think it looks like, because I delete a lot of my live streams that I don't keep them up. I keep up I probably only keep up my like the big ones. But when I was putting out content consistently, like January, February, March, April, and the first half of May, I was doing 3 videos a week and 2 streams a week. So I was doing 2 streams every single week, and I was probably doing 6-7 hours a week on stream. And that's a lot. I would say on average, there was probably 350 people watching at any time. That's a lot of people that I talked to that, you know, joined the Discord. I talk to daily on Twitter. I think the live streams was by far the strongest thing. I think my regular videos got people to subscribe and like check out the channel.
Yeah.
But then when they saw me live stream, like you, just like how you put out more content, more raw content, it's for your building your brand. That's how I feel about live streams.
Yeah. Do you have like a target audience when you're making videos, or are you making it for like, are they specifically for DGens only, or do you have like anyone else you make videos for?
So I try to basically have the most fun in the NFT space as possible. And that's why I try to say, like, hey, if you're coming here, like, we're going to do stuff a little bit different where we might lose money. It doesn't matter. I want the Web3 space to be fun. And so that's how we're going to talk. That's what we're going to do. It might be, we might make bad decisions, but if it's more fun, that's what we're going to do. So I want people that are here to be a little bit more like laid back, just like, okay, like at the end of the day, it's magic internet money on the, like we're talking about pictures on the internet, right? So
Yeah.
like, have fun with it. It's not that serious. I'm not going to like get too technical with stuff. So that's kind of my audience.
Dude, that's fuck. I just started laughing because like I felt like I was watching one of your videos. I feel like you said something along the lines of that in a video that I watched recently. That's just how it is. No, and I think that's why well, we've been trying to get this podcast for a while, for a long time. I don't know what happens every time. Like there's multiple people I've been excited to get on the podcast. It just kind of like shit just gets in the way. But we have a similar style in that sense that I thought like our personal brand shines through automatically. Like even if you don't make a video that's about you, like kind of how I do with like my interviews with myself, people still can feel that personal branding and just like personality through your videos. Like you just kind of add it in, you sprinkle it throughout your videos. And that's something that comes from like an entertainment angle. Like I always thought myself as an entertainer first, as a YouTuber first, and then as an NFT content creator second. And I think that's why our channels like vibe very well. They kind of like mesh really well. They're almost like, I don't know. You're like the I guess you would just be the trader version of me. Like if I was trading, I think our content would be just like the exact same.
Well, I don't know. You put out a video like 2-3 months ago. I don't know what it was, but so we talk a lot, like the Soul creator, like the Solana creators talk, like me, Jersey, and Grish specifically.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Jersey. I was like, "Yo, Cade literally in a video talks about on camera the things that we talk about privately in DMs about like, you know, how we feel about YouTube right now, like how like stuff might not be working." Like I was like, "Damn, this dude literally is saying stuff that, but on camera, like and posting a video." So I thought that was super dope. And that's why I loved your style. That's why I kind of really gravitated towards your channel.
Hell yeah, man. And I also remember when you told me something along those lines a while back too. I remember feeling happy because that's like kind of what I'm making videos for. Like it's not just for people who want to consume NFT content, but also for the creators. I want to make videos for like business owners, CEOs, like something that's relevant to people that can be valuable. Because I don't know, I've always kind of like looked at specific people in the space that I guess I only watch a couple different creators in the space. And for them, I really look at the style of audience that they have. And I tried to curate that audience the right way. And it's like for Benjamin Cohen, for example, like I like his stature in the space. I like how people view him. And I was like, okay, like he makes videos not just for like degenerates and not just for kids. He makes videos for adults, for business owners, for traders, like all sorts of people. And I saw the same with you. Like, even though a lot of your content is geared toward like DGens and NFT new content, like people who are content creators and people who are older can also consume your content and fucking love that stuff. And so, that was gonna be my next question. That's the one I forgot. Do you have anyone that you look up to in my favorite NFT pumpers? Do you have anyone you look up to in the NFT/crypto space or just content creation space in general?
So I'm actually like the one thing I don't talk a lot. This is probably a cool time to bring this up. I'm a huge YouTube nerd, especially when like I know every single creator in the space. Well, I might not talk to them personally. I've watched videos from every person that's ever made a video about ETH NFTs, Solana NFTs, like Web3. Like I've watched every channel makers, every film booth. Basically, I love YouTube itself. I love like content creation, and I'm a nerd. I want to see how people do transitions. I want to see how people input, that cross between personality and info. And I just want to find what I like from every single person, what I like for myself, and be like, cool, I think like that resonates with me. Does it resonate with their audience, and why? So I'm just a huge nerd. I watch literally every single creator I think I've seen.
You still watching on YouTube? Like, has that changed at all since you started making?
No, it definitely has changed. I don't watch it as much, but whether it's Crypto Gorilla, Bento Boy, like basically, if I was going to the gym, I would have 6 videos lined up from every single creator just to see what they were doing, what they were talking about, how they were talking about it, and then all right, cool. Like I know how to. But that was like November, December, January, like when I had 500 subscribers. So
Yeah,
and I've just kind of learned now I don't watch as much because I don't want my style to. I don't like having certain content in my head because it changes how I make my own content sometimes. So I
Yeah.
want to make sure I'm making my content every time.
Yeah, that's something I relate to. I remember there's a period where I was watching every single video under the sun. And likewise with you, I probably know everyone. Like I was surprised I hadn't heard of Champ before like
Yeah.
a week ago, but for the most part, like I know who's big in the space, short of a few people. But yeah, there was a period where I completely stopped watching other people's content. And then I realized I felt like I was out of it almost. Like I would see a video pop up and I'd be like, shit, like I haven't even heard of that. And I was like, crap, I do get like a lot of my content and a lot of ideas from other creators and like stuff on Twitter and YouTube and stuff. So I do watch videos now, just not nearly as much. And I see Air says, what are your favorite places to live stream? I just do it on Restream, and that goes straight to Twitter and to Twitch, I think. Do you stream anywhere else besides YouTube?
No, but I use Restream as well, but I'm only YouTube.
Okay, you're only YouTube. Gotcha. I saw another comment here, but this is a question I was going to ask you. Is it worth it for me now to break into the soul world at all in any capacity? Is there anything that like, is there any like angle in there that I should be looking at for soul or?
I don't know, because I just think that when I think so. I think yes. I would definitely answer yes. I know for me personally, it felt like ETH when I was trying to make content originally. I was like, hey, like I feel like I'm new. Trying to do stuff that other people are already doing. They might have already done it. There's already established people. Like Soul, I just felt it was really new. There was a lot less people in the space. There's maybe I don't even think there was a YouTuber with like over 2,000 subscribers talking about Solana. Like when I started, so I was like, I thought that was a good angle. Right now, I think Soul or ETH is a great time to be creating more content since me, Jersey, Kosher, everybody stopped making content. I think this is a great time for anyone to make content on either side because there's just less creators. So definitely.
Yeah. Well, there's also less people in general watching too. Like, I mean, I guess, I mean, I think if you take a huge break between the bull run and the bear run, you're probably going to see a huge drop off in views. But if you stay consistent, it should be okay. But maybe, damn, I mean, if Solana's already here, maybe I should be looking at fucking Cardano NFTs, bro. Cardano NFTs, Polygon NFTs. Have you gotten into that stuff at all?
No, no.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't. I mean, I might have bought one Polygon NFT on OpenSea, and I don't think I've ever held a Cardano NFT. In my life.
Yeah, no, I've tried Polygon a couple times. I don't like the way it works. Every time I use it, I fucking get money stuck on a bridge somewhere, and it's just sitting there for like 90 days.
Have you noticed that so I feel like you got into Web3 space like a few months before me. Have you noticed that, and it was so brand new for me, it was probably even more brand new for you. Have you noticed what you thought about the Web3 space has completely changed now that you've been in it? Like, I was like, oh, everything is going to be play to earn gaming. Like that is the biggest thing. Like all these games, I want to be a part of that. And now I'm like, okay, people don't want to play video games like play to earn. Have you just had an overall shift in what you thought this was going to look like?
Well, there was a point in December where I thought I was going to have 100K by my birthday, which didn't even come close to happening. Because I mean, we were just seeing such explosive growth. Like you remember at that time, like subscribers were just coming in out like it was unbelievable. I've never seen that kind of growth in my life before. And then obviously the market crashed, and we saw like a drop off, and like 99% of people. But I think in the beginning, I didn't really think about a crash the way it happened. I just didn't see a recession coming like this. And if the recession hadn't happened, then I don't know. I mean, I think we would have just seen continuous NFT pumps, and it would have been a different meta each time. I did in the last time the market corrected, whenever the last run ended, so that would have been in like March or like February or something. I was gearing up for the next run. Didn't know if the recession was going to impact NFTs because NFTs are their own little bubble, but like we're finding out maybe it's not. And so I did think that we'd have a gaming bubble. I still think we will. There will be a gaming meta at some point because a lot of these projects have been building for a long, long time. And if they actually have something to show for it, then I think it will be coming out in the next few months. So I've got a couple projects lined up for that. But as far as like what I thought the Web3 space would be, I guess I didn't realize how much the Web2 traditional business people coming in would just make it into Web2. Like Web3 is bullshit, bro. Like it's not real. Exactly. It's not real. It's not going to be real for a long, long time. When people are actually using the blockchain for actual services and products and businesses and stuff, right now it's just a bunch of people trying to capitalize on the gambling. And that's why nothing works. That's why you can't have a real discussion about NFTs, because like no one's actually using them for what they're meant to be in the future, you know?
Yeah, no, I think the same thing. I mean, it's one of those decentralization things where people say we want this decentralized. Then you get rugged. Then you're like, hey, I want this one platform to fix it for me and pay me money back. Well, that's not really decentralization, whatever. Like, I'm with you. I don't think we're in the Web3 space at all, but it's just a lot different than what I thought it was going to be when I first got started. My first videos that made me get like excited to create videos, there was, I think it was like end of August, people making videos. Oh, you can make $400,000 a year with the banana token from CyberCons.
Oh my God,
I was like, yo, what? Like, let me make some videos on this.
Bro, wait. That was a question I was gonna ask earlier, like why you delete live streams? Because I have videos on my channel which did not fucking age well, dude. Is that why you delete them, or?
I don't know. Sometimes I hate watching myself back on camera, and sometimes on live streams, there's just pauses. I'm looking the wrong way. I might dox my location when I don't want to do something.
Yeah.
Like I pull stuff up so much, like my full name, my social security number. One time, like,
what?
but nobody caught that. So
nice. Thank God.
I'm so bad at when I'm just doing stuff. I forget that my screen recording's on, and it just happens sometimes.
I've done that before on TikTok lives. I've been streaming on TikTok, not realizing I was over here on YouTube doing something, and I got off. I even had a full conversation off camera after, but I forgot I was still streaming on TikTok, and I was like, wow, motherfucker, I'm glad I didn't say something incriminating just now, because that would have been really, really bad. That's funny as fuck, dude. That's funny as fuck. It says, Coach Plug says, I've made a few Solana videos in the past and didn't do so well. I think when you break into a new industry, you have to pretty much commit 3 months. Just like commit a few months, because you have to build yourself. Because right now, like if someone typed in Kosher Plug, they're not thinking Solana. They're thinking ETH projects. They're thinking new NFT mints. They're thinking WGMI. They're not thinking Solana. So you have to build that name up. Like like with my reviews, I still get a decent bit of inbound for my Brutally Honest review series, but it's all through word of mouth. Like I've never DM'd a project to do a review. They all just come find me from watching videos or from word of mouth. And so, but you have to build that brand. Like 10 months of building that brand got to the point where I never talk about it. They just kind of come in. And same with Cody, right? They think of Cody and they think of the Solana projects. They know who to go to. I mean, just like you know who the big YouTubers are. You know who the big people on Twitter are. I think you just have to build that name up. And for you, Kosher, you're making a shit ton of videos, dude. You should throw in a Solana video once a week, maybe. Try and challenge Cody for the crown.
Yeah, go for it right now. I mean, you're gonna win right now. I'm not posting nothing, so you win.
What kind of videos are you trying to post? Like, what videos do you want to post right now?
So it's just tough because like my favorite part is really like figuring out why a new project is going to do well, why we need it in the space, and why this team is going to do that. But just there's nothing that is really exciting for new projects. Like every cool new project keeps pushing their mint back because the market's bad, right? So I don't mind nerding out about upcoming projects. I don't mind like really figuring out a project's background. I do have my like main series, like my pin tweet on Twitter is Ape Arena, which basically is going to be like NFT Shark Tank. And I've talked to every single person that's on NFT space. Like I have everything lined up. I just don't want to drop it now when it sounds stupid. I know this is very not Kate approved, but I don't want episode 1 to get 1,600 views because I just know that this is a fucking banger series. I know it's going to be good. So I just want people coming like that really are interested in the space again before I drop that and go all in on that series.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I can't even talk shit because like when me and Tom started Tea Time, that show, that started in a bull run. So it's like I can't even pretend like it would be any different. For me, I don't care about the views. That's just my angle. I would say do it anyway. Like you probably knew I would say, but I mean, honestly, like that still is my opinion. I mean, even in a bear market, like I don't know. I've always thought that your brand will always pay off, and it'll always like whoever's gonna win will win. There was a book I read, and in the quote or in the book, the quote was something along the lines of, on a long enough time horizon, the people who are gonna win will literally always win. And I do believe that to be true. And there's certain creators I look at, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna win as long as they don't just give up. They'll win. Who are your favorite content creators right now? For like, are you watching any YouTube, not NFT specific or crypto specific? Like, who are you watching right now?
So like finance, I like finance videos. I love Meet Kevin. That's that man that puts out 5 to 6 videos a day. I don't even understand his output. And his is literally, you can tell he does every video one take. This man sits
yeah, dude,
camera.
That's what I've heard about that. He literally goes in, edits it, and like just posts it immediately.
Dude, I would love to be able to do stuff like that. Let me just look at my sub box. Like that'll give me an idea of who I've been watching a lot. Like Cade's the top one right there. NFT Nate, Iced Coffee Hour. Daniel Negreanu. I love poker. Right now, the World Series of Poker going on, so I love watching Daniel Negreanu vlog every day. Dude, I don't know. I love YouTube. I don't really watch TV. I just watch my YouTube shows.
Yeah, for me, there's a couple shows I've recently gotten into that are just like I was trying to catch up like the Marvel. I wanted to watch like Falcon, Winter Soldiers, things like that, just because it's been so long and I hadn't had time to. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I could either start watching like Peaky Blinders and like knock out one of these big shows, or like fucking Game of Thrones, like a show that I need to finish. I need to actually do because I feel like it's like a culture thing. But then I'm like, I see all these YouTube videos. There's always new videos to pop up, and I end up watching those. But I kind of wanted to see like who you're watching, like as far as like what your interests are outside of NFTs. What other hobbies do you have? So you like poker, you like trading
poker.
NFTs?
I like betting. So I used to work in a casino when I was like from like 18 to like 22. And
Oh, no way.
And both my parents, my mom worked at casino. I've been playing cards since I was like 12 with the family. I love like gambling, sports gambling, everything like that. So it's kind of why I like Solana and Degens.
Yeah.
Just played pickleball right before this podcast. Any sport. I play football twice a week, basketball twice a week. So kind of stuff like that.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. I'm big into, well, I used to be big into soccer, played college soccer for a little bit before I ripped both my ACLs out of my body. And then, I mean, no, now, dude, like as far as like hobbies, like I guess how much time are you dedicating to like hobbies and like doing things that aren't YouTube related right now?
I'm trying to do more right now because I haven't been posting, but I've been creating something that's like kind of a big thing that I haven't really talked about yet. So I'm assuming that you're just in front of a camera most of the day, so you don't really have a lot of time for that stuff. I try to set aside like 2.5 hours a day. 1.5 hours like lunchtime, go for a long walk, go do whatever I want to do. And then I want to do something from like 7 to 8. Like I don't want to be in front of my computer, whatever it is, and I try to do something different. So it's hobbies, I guess. I don't know how to answer that, but I try to get away from the desk, get away from everything for 2.5 hours every single day.
That's fucking smart, dude. Yeah, and I end up doing that like by accident, honestly, especially like when you're eating food, you kind of just like fuck around for a little bit of time.
Right.
But yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't know, you know, for me, like, I guess, yeah, going for walks, going for runs, stuff like that. Are you in the city, or because I know you said you aren't a city boy, but
no, well, no, not in the city right now. I'm like near mountains, near the beach. Like
nice.
I'm always by the river. Trying to buy a boat next weekend. Like trying to be outside more, enjoy the summer. How do you like the move to Seattle? Where were you before? Denver?
Yeah, so I was in not even in Denver. I was like in the residential area of Colorado, but it was like near Denver. I didn't really like Denver. It was really dry. It was really fucking sandy and shit. Like I really didn't enjoy my time there. The sun, bro. It's called the Sunshine State. I didn't really like acknowledge this because I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, which is already extremely hot all the time.
Yeah.
But the Colorado sun is no fucking joke, bro. Colorado's sun is hot as fuck, and I sweat and I get hot really easily. I was not having a good time, so I moved to Seattle. I love the tropical weather here. It does rain like a decent bit, but it's not nearly as bad as people say. It's usually like a very, very small, quick little like sprinkle of rain. But other than that, like it's really nice all the time. As hot as like, I mean, I think the hottest it's been is like 75 or 78 degrees. It's just nice to be able to go outside and not instantly start sweating all the time. And then the city is just fucking beautiful, bro. Like I've been trying to get a gym membership, but every time I think about it, I'm like, I don't have time because I run every day because it's just so cool. Like I love running in the city. Like I have the harbor about a half mile away from me. I have the deep inner city with all the big skyscrapers about a half mile that way. And then I have the billionaire homes over there. So I can run like in any direction, like whatever I'm feeling. If I need some motivation and I need to see some houses that I can't afford, I'm like, all right, I'm running up.
Yeah, I saw the first vlog when you moved in, and it looked like a dope spot, like everything around you. Did you keep doing that vlog series, or is that
so I'm trying to throw together a vlog a month. For me, it's just really hard. It's like a mentally draining thing when I think about vlogging. Like, have you ever done a vlog?
No.
It's not fun, bro. Or at least for me, it hasn't been fun. It's a lot of stress because like you're trying, like, well, you realize that you're not actually as productive as you think. And you realize that while you're filming, because you're like, oh, fuck me.
Wait, what's interesting about what I'm doing right now?
You're filming stuff and you're like, wait, what am I about to do for 3 hours? Because you don't think about it. You just do stuff. And like every day is very different. Like some days are very heavy focused on editing if I'm behind on something. And some days are heavy focused on filming if I'm filming like 5 videos in a day or something. Some days I don't really do much. I just fool myself and I think I'm doing a lot. I'm just on my phone a lot, just like bullshitting. Like how many hours do you think you're losing a day? Just like mindlessly scrolling on shit.
So I went from in February, I had 12.5 hours a day for screen time. And now I'm down to like 315. A huge difference. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was like, dude, that's a problem. First of all, that's not okay, and made it a point to stop doing that.
So how many you said it was?
It was like 1240.
Okay, mine right now daily average is 5.5. But
Oh,
I
that's
will
not bad.
say I also edit on my phone for all my short form content.
Mhm.
All the final bits of editing happen on my phone, which takes a long fucking time. Like
Right.
especially with captions. Like I use CapCut for automatic captions. I use Crop Mauve to make them all into like a vertical display for all my short form content. So I do a fuck ton of editing on my phone. I'd say probably 3 hours that is that. So I guess yeah, the 2 to 3 hours because there's not a whole lot going on. As
Right.
far as like interesting, like I say, Kosher say he needs to drop a video, but the market's boring. I've really expanded to making videos about like a little bit about the market, but he's right. Like if I make a video on Lazy Lions, that project video would have done thousands of views a few months ago, but now they're pulling in a couple hundred because people just don't care. They don't even know about it most of the time about that project anymore. So I've kind of shift the focus a little bit into like the industry, but like I'm really focusing on like what videos can pop as far form and how can I make that into a long-term content. Like I don't know, like do you get a lot of hate comments? I've made a few videos like that where I respond to those.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the best is like ones that you talk about a project like 4 months ago. I'm getting comments from my videos from February. I'm like, what
Yeah,
do you
I
mean
know,
this
me too.
project's gonna do well? This project rugged. Like, yeah, I know it did. That's not like what he's talking about. But
So
nothing
the amount of
nothing too bad about me. It's normally just about like the projects that I'm talking about. They don't like
yeah,
some of the projects that I like. But me, I get some. I don't get that too much about me though. Luckily.
yeah. Do you have anyone like this is an interesting thought topic, I guess. Do you have anyone from like your hometown or people you're friends with before you doing YouTube that like talk shit or don't support you in a way you thought you would? Have you experienced any of that?
No, I'm pretty lucky with that. Like, so my best friend of all time is like it still works for me like full time. He does helps me with B-roll. He doesn't even like NFTs, but he's like, yeah, I got you. All my friends like see me on Twitter and they're like, Cody, what the hell? Why do you have a Twitter account that you just post a tweet and you get like 50 likes? I was like,
Yeah.
It's tough to explain, but I've got a lot of like support from even my grandma right now. She's like, hey, like what's going on with that NFT market? Are you okay? Because
Yeah.
everything else is going down. So like I've been pretty lucky with like friends and family like that.
Dude, that's legend. Oh my god, I've gotten a lot of
Yeah.
shit talked about me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's because I put a little bit more personal stuff out there, so they kind of just
Mhm.
talk shit on that side. Like I'll like for example, like I've had a lot of people talk shit about when I say I want to knock Joe Rogan off the #1 podcast in the world. But like the thing is, like I don't actually care if I do that. Like it's not like
Yeah.
something that needs to happen. It's just something I have to say because like I have to visualize the future. I need to be able to like articulate what I want to do when people ask like, "What's the long term goal?" It's like, well, the goal I guess is to like take over the world and but like I don't give a shit. Like as long as I'm making enough money, I've got a smoking partner at some point.
Yep.
Probably have kids at some point. Like and I have enough money to buy Chipotle every single day. Like that's really all I need. I'm gonna shoot for the stars. If I don't shoot for the top, I'll never get close to it. But it's not like one of those things I care. Like, do you have anything like that for you that's like an actual goal versus something you kind of want but don't really give a shit about?
So yeah, I don't know. I think like for me, I'm the same way. Like as long as like same with the edit, like going back to what I was talking about with editing, right? As long as I'm in a position where I can spend all of my day doing something that I'm enjoying and I make enough money doing it, I could like I'm also super ADHD when it comes to my interests.
Mm,
So maybe I also want to start a second channel about sports betting. Maybe I want to talk about like I think that I want to have multiple channels that are all different stuff because I don't like the same thing for
yeah,
5+ years, right? You do everything like on one channel and but you evolve. You weren't an NFT YouTuber like 3 years ago,
yeah.
obviously. So I just want to make sure that I enjoy what I'm doing, enjoy what I'm talking about, and make enough money in the meantime.
Yeah, one thing I learned from moving to Seattle, and not, I mean, I'm not like decked out right now, but I have a studio, which is all I pay for the location. Like I'm in a good,
Mhm.
really good spot. But I got like a studio. The studio's actually it's basically a 2 bedroom. There's like a whole loft above me, which is an entire
Mhm.
room on its own. But as far as like my little studio behind me, it's super fucking cozy. I've got like a beanbag that I sleep
Yeah.
in half the time. Like I really fuck with my space right now, which I've never experienced in my life, but I really fuck with my space. And my day-to-day life is enjoyable, which is a
Right.
big change for me. It was always like grind, 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 because one day I'll be able to live in this really nice life and this nice apartment and stuff. And I basically hated my life situation all the time,
Mhm.
which is really taxing on like your mind. And so what I've noticed in the last couple of months is I'm in a place that I like. My day-to-day routine is good. I don't like look forward to the future all the time. It's something that's nice. But I don't hate my day to day for the first time in my life.
Dude, that like I relate to that so much. Like that mindset of hey, like this is gonna suck now, and you know that it's sucking, but think about what you're gonna get. But now changing it to be like, hey, obviously that's the goal. But if I don't love it in the meantime, if I don't love the grind, if I don't love like putting this type of stuff in to get there, it's just not gonna happen. And I think that mental change was so big for me and just made me be able to really enjoy the time that I put in creating content, learning about the space, interacting, not letting hate comments get to me, all that type of stuff. So,
well, what are you just maybe dropped alpha on the new channel, which is potentially sports betting or something along those lines. I mean, what would a perfect day for you look like? And then what is your daily routine looking like right now?
Ooh, I like that. So perfect routine is I get up, go for a walk first thing every single day, no matter like non-negotiable. And then sit down like everybody else, scroll through Twitter, hop on maybe Nifty Alpha's Twitter space. I've been huge on Twitter spaces lately. I love hopping in. I love talk because like there's nothing else going on. So I've been spending a lot of time in Twitter spaces as a speaker, everything like that. Maybe I talk to a project, talk to a team, talk to other creators. I create, do another Twitter space, go live, and that's it. Like I want to go back to creating, but I just don't feel the motivation in the like for the Cody on Chain channel right now to put out the same output that I did in January, February. But I know that I will. So it's like, okay, how can I get better as a creator in the meantime so that I know that I'm gonna always put out the best videos possible. I'll be better in the space. I have better connections. I have better information, whatever that means, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. So that was your daily routine, or that's your dream routine?
That's the dream one. Right now, it's scrolling on Twitter, Discord, and Magic Eden for about 6 hours, and then I take a long lunch, and then I come back and do the same thing.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's
not what hilarious. I want.
Yeah, no, that's
let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking love that, dude. And Apex says, Cody, you forgot at 2 p.m. you flirt with Jersey.
Hey, that's fair.
It's fair. Yeah, for me, I guess for me, my daily routine would probably be, I don't even know. I don't think much would change actually from right now. It's just like making videos. Like I'm the same with you. Like I like the researching bit of it. I remember in college actually, I was a nursing student for a while, and then I dropped out because I shadowed a nurse and was like, oh wow, that's what it's like. So. I'm out. Right now. I'm out of here. So I don't know. I've always liked the research side. I've always liked being around people who are willing to put in the work, and I don't know. I didn't mind. Yeah, I didn't mind putting in the work. I didn't mind researching stuff. It was something I was generally interested in. But I kind of like working hard. If I feel like I'm getting something in return, like in nursing, if I worked really hard, I would get an A on the test. Like that was, it was like, it was very, very direct. If I studied, I did well. And so I like that with NFTs. Like if I put in the work into a good video, and the video comes out well, I can be proud of that. Even if the views don't come out, at least the people who do watch it will get a lot of value from that. So for me, like, I really like the research part. Like what is your favorite bit on the YouTube side? Like, is it the researching, or is it the streaming? Is it connected with an audience? Like what's the specific thing that you love about it?
Definitely the streaming, honestly. Like I want to be live. I want to have, so like I said, I want NFTs to be fun. Like that's what I was attracted to the space. Like there's so much bullshit going on in the world. Like we found something with Web3 and pictures on the internet that is purely like could be a good time, right? So that's, if there's a lot of fun going on, if people are making money, if we're doing stupid shit, if dumb projects are popping off but making people money, I'm down with that. I don't care. Like definitely live streaming when people are having fun. It's, obviously a bull market is more fun, but yeah, I like the research part of it. I was going to ask you, like, not as much about what your favorite part is. What's your favorite content that you're creating right now? Like, do you like the shorts? Does that feel like more work for the output, or what do you like creating, or what do you like putting out the most?
Dude, honestly, I love doing, so I like streaming. Streaming is my favorite thing with especially with someone. I go on to Philip, he's another NFT YouTuber. I go on to his show every Friday. I don't have to do anything. I just show up. He has everything prepared for me. It's lit. And then I do the tea time on Wednesdays with Tom. I love those days because I just get to chop it up. I don't have to fucking edit. Like as soon as we're done, we are done, and I can get on with the rest of my day. So I love the streams. And then I actually really fucking like making clips that are like potentially viral. Like every time I make a clip, I try and make it so it's like I keep it short if I can. Like I try and go under 30 seconds if I can. and I do for the most part. But I like the thrill of making a short that's good. It's good quality. The captions are there, and I'm like, dude, this video could get 600,000 views tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like that. It's like a little bit of gambling. Actually, you know what? It is a little bit like gambling. I kind of feel you there now.
Dude, the more shots you take, like especially with shorts, because like you never know. You never know.
Oh, I thought you meant shots, like taking shots. So, like the more shots you take, the more the betting gets fun or something.
My last live stream was the night before NFT NYC. I had Jersey and Grish flew here, and I was going to drive us to New York. I'm in the other room. We just went out drinking, right? We came back to my house at like midnight, and I come in here. They're both sitting here and here, and you can't even see the other chair. They're live streaming on my YouTube channel. They went live on Cody on Chain.
Wait, you can show me now because you can see the whole screen.
I just pulled it back because they literally both sitting here next, like a live stream. I come in and they're talking to the camera. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And I look, it's my channel's live. And so I sit down next to them. We start like just taking shots on camera, and we reviewed Philion's video about the Bored Ape Yacht Club like live.
Shit. Like, tell me about that. What do you guys think?
I've watched Philion for like 3 years. First of all,
me too.
I like Philion. He's a good creator. He has always been a hater of the Web3 space. Like, so it's fine though. I know that of him. So I don't know. I didn't really have that much. I thought it was a lot of reaching personally, but I don't know the creators. I don't know anything like that. It was a lot of like, I don't know. I thought it was a lot of reaching, but I like Philion. It's a great video.
Yeah, it was a fucking phenomenal documentary, and like I was with you, I was big on the fitness world. I used to be a fitness Instagram person, dude, for a long time ago, and so I've watched all those dudes, and so I agree. Philion's content has evolved tremendously. He's actually a big inspiration for my content, like the way he's kind of navigated the sphere and kind of redefined himself, made himself relevant every single time. Like I've always studied YouTubers the same way to see how they kind of navigate the world, and so yeah, his take was very, very. He had a few points that were really solid, and then I think he ruined it trying to make a long documentary because the whole thing was persuasive, you know. And I think he ruined it a little bit by trying to stack too many cards on one side, and too many of them were bullshit. But it's only bullshit to us, dude. Like I don't think anyone watching who knew anything, like I think anyone who didn't know anything about NFTs watched that video and pretty much came to the same conclusion: Bored Ape Yacht Club is racist. So they accomplished their goal, dude. But then they dropped the project at the end, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a Web3 audience. So, like that wasn't he wasn't making the videos for us. Like he was making the videos for for the CryptoZilla videos, like that audience.
Yeah, man, and he's crushing it there. Like he's getting a shit ton of views. I don't know. I assume he got paid for that. Some kind of huge either mint percentage or some kind of equity in there. Like what do you think?
So I literally saw it because I saw it on his Twitter, and then I saw that it was just like a flip Bored Ape, and it was verified because I think he had the hexagon, but it was RR, whatever it was. I think that he had to have got paid in that. So I'm interested. I don't know if this whole lawsuit is anything. I just want to see if Philion's involved. I'm just curious on what's going on there.
Yeah, man, I'm very interested to see because it didn't really make sense for him because he's not big into Web3, and I was like, nah, that sounds like he was paid to do that, which is fine. But there's a lot of YouTubers who've been paid, dude. Like especially in the normal world who don't come from a Web3 space. I know Kevin Hart's getting into the space. A lot of celebrities are getting into the NFT world, and honestly, bro, they don't much know what they're doing, dude. And I'm trying to figure out how to get them to realize that they should be talking to people like us who are very involved in the space. I don't know how to like get that into their head because they're not watching YouTube videos. They don't know we're even here to give them that information. Like, how the fuck are we supposed to get these celebrity projects to not suck so bad?
So luckily, the one Solana project that's like ran by a celebrity is Shaq. He dropped this project called Astrals. Shaq DM'd me like the day I went on. Shaq DM'd me the day I went on Brett's video. He said, hey, I just watched your video with that other YouTuber guy talking about Astrals. Appreciate you. And I've been like talking to like Shaq and his team about the project since day one. Like he's kind of like hands everything off, right? Like I'm sure he probably talks about this project once a month maybe, and it's all his team doing it. But he did seem like he made a video of him trying to mint stuff on Magic Eden, and the transactions were failing. Like he's trying to put out content and see what it was like. So we need people like that just try to get involved with the community, with the culture of Web3, as opposed to just, hey, this is me, I'm Chris Brown, buy my NFT, see you later, like whatever.
Oh my god, bro! I'm literally in that Discord. I think it's that one. Wait, is it called like OG Curry or something like that? I think I'm in that Discord because someone alerted me. They're like, if you do this right now, oh, the Curry brand, is that the one?
I don't know.
I
Oh wait,
think it's, well,
Shaq's?
he literally did drop a project. No, Steph Curry. Is that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said? Or, no, you said Chris
I
Brown.
said
Never
Chris
mind. Never mind. I
Brown
was
because I
thinking of somebody
saw
else.
Brett's video like yesterday or something that Chris Brown was dropped one, so it was the first name that I thought of.
Yeah, it's tough to. I mean, in celebrity world right now, it's really hard not to think it's a cash grab. There's almost no way to
Mhm.
break away from that if you're a celebrity. Like it really doesn't help you anymore. There's a couple celebrities who have a little bit of respect in the Web3 space, but dude, motherfuckers, these DJs don't care at all, dude. Like they literally don't care. They're like, all right, well, how much money can you make me? You know, in the minting
Yeah.
world, it's a mint day is a reward day for the people buying. It's not for the project, and that's why it's really hard. Like if you dropped a project, even though people love you, there's still gonna be a huge percentage of people who are only there to capitalize on your name so they can flip for a bigger project. Have you dropped the project, by the way?
I have not yet. No.
Why?
I was getting ready to drop the chain gang. I just never
Oh,
did. I will drop a project though. I'm like the thing is, I'm with you. I think that I saw a tweet the other day. It was basically like, is the number one utility for any project the price going up? And everyone, the vote was a unanimous yes, right? Like
yeah.
the biggest thing you can do for holders is make them more money. I am actually really proud of us in the Web3 space though, with how we're handling these celebrity projects for the most part. Because
Me
like you
too.
said, we don't give a shit. Like if you just have a big name, like that doesn't mean we're just going to give you our money, which I'm very proud of that fact. And I hope that means like we're maturing in the space. Like we have a good eye for talent, a good eye for great projects. I
Mhm.
want to see if that is still the case in the bull market. I'm sure. Okay, well now we have this random celebrity dropping when everything's going up. Now I'll buy. But
Yeah.
so I'm happy about that and how we reacted to a lot of these projects.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree there. I definitely agree there. It's tough. I mean, it's tough because I feel like a large portion of people who do mint are probably the newbies who just got in. You know, I still get
Mhm.
those people in the Discord. They jump in, and they have literally not a single clue about anything. And I don't know, for you and me, probably we just kind of figured it out as we went and just kind of used our. I mean, I think when you're getting into the space, you pretty much have to kiss goodbye a few $1,000s. Like, okay, like you're gonna have to like lose probably $5,000 or $10,000 before you get this shit, and you're still gonna lose money. And like for me, I put a lot of money in that I lost in the beginning, but I was also okay with that. Like I kind of looked at it like Chuck E. Cheese money. And I was
Yeah,
like, this is what it's going to take to learn, you know. But a lot of people come in. I mean, I don't know how old you are. I'm 24, but
I'm 27.
like you're 27. Okay, so like the younger generation, honestly, my generation actually, they like to fucking ask a lot of questions, which is fine, but they don't like to do a lot of things other than just ask a
Right.
lot of questions. And it's really fucking annoying because for me, I have like a blue collar mentality towards stuff. I'm like, just get it done, figure it out, whatever it takes to get it. But that's not how a lot of people think, dude. They just want the spoon fed.
You know, one of my favorite thing about content creation, like I said, my background was in, you know, like creating blogs and stuff like that. One thing that I always liked was the fact that if I learned something like brand new, while I'm learning it, I can write a blog about it. So it's like it makes me learn it better, but also it's putting out content. So I
Yeah,
did that
yeah.
with videos at the start. So I made a video that did pretty well in November. Was basically how to mint directly on the on chain, right? At like basically instead of going to the mint site. And still, this is me learning it. The video did really well. I didn't even know the fact that you can still pay gas if the project's minted out, and I'm still trying to mint it off the contract, right? So I lost like $1,200 one night because I didn't know that the mint was like minted out, and I'm just
Oh
keep
my
trying to like mint it. And so, dude,
fuck.
like you said, you have to lose money in this space. Like no one is, you know, an absolute expert in the space yet because it's still so new.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have to take those bruises. You have to take those losses. I mean, we've all done it. I'm sure we've all lost, like you said, thousands of dollars because we've all made dumb mistakes.
It hurts, bro. Like I remember I got scammed for the first time a few weeks or maybe a couple months ago, and then I lost my World of Women Galaxy, and I was so butthurt because I was just like, bro, that's so lame. I remember just being like, are
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me? I was like, really? Like of all the like I had so many other NFTs in that wallet that were worth around the same that I was like, you motherfucker. You had to pick the one that I liked. But I mean, it's right. Honestly, a lot of the scams come from just not paying attention. It's not even someone being smart or not smart. You're just not like I just had 9 tabs open and I had music
Yeah.
over here and a video playing over here, and I was drinking something and I was like high, I think, and I just clicked a button. And then I remember, dude, when I clicked that mint button, I clicked it and it asked me to approve my wallet like 4 times. And I had like approved it and I signed in 4 times. I was like, why am I still clicking this? Then I was like, wait a fucking second. Why am I doing this? And I went and I realized it was a scam link. But you talked about one thing I wanted to get into quick was about your past. So you had a past making that social media content a little bit, but before that, like you're 26 right now. Did you? Hey, what's up? I see Mikey G's in the house. That's the guy we were talking about actually earlier, the former hate mod. Your past in the, I guess like teens. Like, what were you like back then? Were you like into gambling from the very beginning? Like, was that a hobby growing up too, or like what were you into?
I was mostly a sports kid growing up. Like I went to college for baseball until I tore everything in my shoulder.
Oh,
Went straight then from. So basically, it's actually mad funny. This is a conversation I never have, but basically, I was 18. I got into gambling, but like at the casino, like I worked at the casino, so I just kind of liked that mentality of people, and we had a lot of fun. But at that time, when I was 18, like Instagram was not as big as it is now, and I saw like influencer marketing becoming a thing. And I was like, all right, how can I? And I wasn't a big social media guy. Like I didn't really play video games as a kid. I was like the last person to be on like Facebook, Twitter, or Snapchat, like back in the day. Like in high school, I was I play sports. I go outside. Like I don't need to be on my computer or my phone like that. So, but I was like, wow, if everybody else is on there, there must be like a business here. So on Instagram, there is a channel called Blaze Happy Trails. I made this channel when I was 18. I was like, what can I do that I like and I can try to make money for it? So basically, I would just go on walks, take cool pictures, and we grew that page to have like 95,000 followers when I was 18. And that was the first time I ever talked to brands. It was like, hey, do you have a backpack? Do you have a water bottle? I would take pictures and post it. So that's kind of really what got me excited about, okay, content, building a following, working with brands. So that was like my first taste of that was when I was 18 on Instagram back in the day.
God damn, bro. Man, for me, I think Instagram, I downloaded it when I was like maybe 15 or something like that. And at that point, that was probably 2014. I guess that would have been like 2014 or something like that. I didn't really understand. I didn't know that there was a world like that. Like I've been on YouTube for 10 years, but I didn't really know about YouTubers like that until like way after I started. And same with Instagram. Like I didn't really think about it in an entrepreneur mindset. I just was posting stuff, trying to get likes, trying to get girls' attentions and stuff like that. Like, that's like all I did growing up. Were you cool growing up? Were you like a loser growing up? Were you a gamer? I mean, I guess you weren't a gamer. I know you were into sports, but like, how was that growing up?
I had a lot of friends growing up. I would say because like just in sports, like brings you a lot of friends. And I played all the sports too. So I would be friends with people on the baseball team, on the football team, basketball. So I was kind of lucky that way. I also went to I don't know if I went to a big school because I can never tell how big most high schools are. I would say my graduating class had like 800 people. So like maybe the whole high school had like 3,200, something like that. But yeah, I would say like out of the 800 people in the class, like I probably knew 500 and like could say what's up, like could hang out with them for a night or whatever. So
yeah,
I think it was, but I had like my core group of friends, like 6, 7 of us.
Do you guys ever do like a prom house? That's like brought back memories.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have some bad memories because the thing is the baseball team, we all drank way too much when we were 18-year-olds and so the prom house was bad. But yeah, great memories.
Oh my god, yeah. I remember my senior year, I think it was the first time we like went hard at prom. Like my junior year was rough. I was dating this other girl and I ended up taking a different girl to prom because I had asked her before I started dating her. Dude, that shit sucked. Because then the girl I was dating was like, fuck you, I'm getting revenge. So she took another dude to prom. I'm pretty sure she cheated on me that night. I had a rough dating history in high school. But we had a prom house my senior year. We went fucking all out. We got like probably 15 dudes, 15 girls, and we had this huge house on Folly Beach, and which is like the biggest beach here in Charleston, South Carolina. And we went fucking ham, dude. We had this parent who didn't give a shit about anything. We had all this stuff in the house, and we went crazy. We bought a party bus. We had spent like everyone was like broke after that because we spent all our money on that stuff. But dude, that shit was absolutely fucking nuts. And honestly, I can't even like remember stuff like unless it pops up in my head like that. Like this is like such an interesting topic for me when as far as like speed humps in life, because they seem very big in the moment, but then 10 years later you can't even remember any of them. Do you have any memories like that kind of are like huge stories that you kind of just like don't think about ever in your life anymore?
See, that's such a tough question because like I don't think about it, so nothing's popping up right now.
Yeah. Or like any huge L's that you've taken early on in your life that kind of just were like, fuck, that probably shakes me up a little bit.
Dude, I think that like that's one reason that I'm kind of whenever you can find a way to be like really proud of what you're doing, no matter where it is, I think that's huge. And I think that like me trying basically even since I was 18, I've always tried shit. I've never taken like the safe route. I tore my shoulder, so I said, "Hey, I'm just gonna drop out of college. I'll do something else. Like I'll figure it out." And like I've always just said, like I'll figure it out. I'll do something else. Always tried different stuff, and like failed so many times. Like I tried to be a financial planner. I tried to like I've done so many things in my life. I've started so many different businesses. And I think that's what makes me like more proud of what I'm doing now and makes me just, really keep moving forward. And I think if
Yeah.
you don't, I've failed all the time. And I think that it's changed me for the better. I love to fail. I seek those failures and I think I'm pretty good at bouncing back because of them.
Yeah, that's something people talk about a lot too. I'm 24 now, and I'm starting to really notice that about all the risks. That pretty much every time I grow tremendously, it's from a big fat risk that sucks.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I think running towards stability is tough in this world because there's really nothing stable. We saw that in the last market crash. A lot of people lost their jobs and shit. And you're like, oh, well, like a 9 to 5 is really stable. And you're like, well, like it's really not. People lost their job like immediately, especially in the Web3 world. People are losing jobs left and right. Like Coinbase is dropping people. Have you like I don't know if you're big into crypto and trading cryptos at all, but dude, literally you can't trust anybody right now.
Right. No, I mean, I'm so yeah. If it's I'm kind of on the not my keys, not my coin type track. Like
Yeah.
it's so tough. Like Coinbase, they have all this fine print, and they're like the biggest company. And yeah, so I'm with you. Everything's
Yeah, it's scary
sketchy.
stuff, dude. Scary
They're
stuff.
basically like imagine like having offers out and just withdrawing them, being like, hey, I know that you probably changed your whole life around this offer, like this job that you took, but sorry.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's fucking scary, especially the UST. People lost on them. I pulled out all my money from Voyager the week before they held withdrawals by luck.
Nice.
I just saw it and I was like, man, like I'd rather just not have this money here. I don't know. And I pulled all of
Mhm.
it out. Sold some things for losses, just fine. And then yeah, that thing happened. I was just couldn't fucking believe it, honestly. And I feel so bad for everyone who lost their money because that was an exchange that people trusted. It's public, which makes no sense,
Right.
like how this kind of happened. And Archie says, "Can you twerk for Dogecoin?" I would. I'm in my underwear right now, so I'm not going to. I don't want to get flagged here. I did make a huge bag from Dogecoin back in the day.
Did
I bought
you?
it I bought it in like 2019 or 2020. My friend just found a TikTok trend that was happening, and it was at like 0.00001 of a
Mhm.
cent, and I bought like $200 worth, and that turned into like $15,000 a
Let's
few years later.
go.
It was fucking nutty, bro. And shout out to Journey Crypto because he was making DCA videos, and he's like,
Mhm.
just dollar cost your way out as it goes up. And so I did that, and I pulled out like all the money, which is fantastic for me. So yeah, shout out
That's dope.
Dogecoin. Shout out Dogecoin. Yeah, I'm an inside trader. He says, "What do we think about Gary V and V Friends and D Gods?" I don't have any thoughts on D Gods. I don't know anything other than what you just told me earlier today.
Mhm. Are you a big Gary Vee guy?
I like Gary V. I think a lot of his messages are. I like Gary V because I think a lot of his messages are there, and a lot of the points he's trying to make are there. But I also do think that taken out of not taken out of context, but there's certain things he says that are. I don't know how to say this. Most of his content's baller. Some of his
Right.
content is kind of like I don't know. I don't know. Why am I like running out of a word here? There's like a word I'm trying to say here. But what are your thoughts on him? Maybe I'll think of it when you're talking.
So I thought like back in the day, I wasn't a huge Gary Vee fan. I think that it's one of those things almost like fake it till you make it, or which that's not what I mean by him, but that's like the first thing that comes to my mind is he's preached so many different things. He's literally documented so much, listened so much, like read all these comments, basically done what he's been preaching. Right now, I actually do like I like his current messaging. I think he's really like gotten smarter. I think he really understands stuff. My favorite version of him talking is actually I don't know if it's one of his most recent things, but when he went on Impulsive like a
Saw
month
that.
ago, I really liked him in that Impulsive interview. He said a ton of good things about Web3 space, really like about being a creator, about being he just seems so much more self-aware than he used to be. Like I'm actually become much more big, like a bigger fan of Gabe. I don't watch all his stuff for sure. Like I probably watch a lot less of his stuff, but I think that he's come a long way.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's made a variety of different content. He's gone through big waves of different styles, different metas just in general of the world. Like there was a period where he was big on influencers, and honestly, every time you look back, he's been right
Yeah.
after a couple of years. So especially with the influencer thing, if I started doing podcasting when he told me to, or start posting on LinkedIn, I definitely would be bigger than I am today.
Or
So I
started
think he
posting on
was right there.
TikTok when he started saying it
Yeah,
too.
dude, like he's been right. He's been very, very right a lot of times. And I think right now, I think the reason Gary Vee's had to pivot so much is because, and probably like him now, is because everyone's starting to make the same videos he's making. You know, even for me,
Yeah.
like I've made videos like that. A lot of people who are starting to make content will just look at their favorite content creators and essentially copy them until they find their own style, which is fine.
Right.
But everyone's starting to have that same message, like put everything out there. Like I say that stuff too. And so Gary's like, shit, well, my content doesn't hit as much because everyone's saying it now. And so I think he has started to branch off a little bit and talk about like the different use cases for Web3. And he still talks about things like brand and stuff like that. But I'm interested to see what he does with VFriends for sure. I think betting against Gary Vee is dumb, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have the V2, the new one.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably
Just because I need a piece. I need a piece of Gary Vee. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. And then as far as DGods, I got nothing on DGods. Do you have any just like quick thoughts on DGods or?
Basically just betting on one of the biggest names in the space of the Frank, betting on one of my favorite people in the space. So I'm fine holding that bag. Like I said, I'm barely holding any MTs right now, but I am still holding my DGod. So I guess that's what I'd say.
For sure, dude. Well, listen, as we bring this podcast to a close, I want to do some rattle off fire questions. You ready for this shit?
Let's get it.
All right, favorite color. Favorite color.
Blue. Purple.
Which one? All right, purple. Okay.
It changes.
It changes. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Favorite number.
13.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It was given to me as a jersey when I was like 5, and I just stuck with it.
You're stuck with it?
Yeah.
Right on. All right, favorite sport to play.
Football.
Favorite sport to watch.
Football.
Favorite song. Or genre.
It's by Louis Capaldi. I can't think of the name of the song though.
Archie says favorite position.
We're gonna keep it PG. We're gonna say in football, quarterback.
Quarterback. All right. Favorite cuss word.
Fuck.
When did you first say when did you first learn that word?
Very young.
And they said, yeah, he did play football. First girlfriend or boyfriend? Because I don't want to assume.
8th grade, but like we hugged, so I don't know if or kid maybe held hands, but I guess
first
that
kiss
counts. 7th grade.
Can you dox her name?
Desiree.
Desiree? Shout out Desiree.
Yeah.
Shout out Desiree. You're gonna be a celebrity one day off that. Fuck yeah. All right. Favorite hat.
My Michelob Ultra hat, the blue one.
That's the one I was thinking because you wear that one in like so many of your videos. It's iconic as fuck, bro. I thought about asking you that question about the hats. Like, do you have one that's gonna be kind of like with these glasses? People just see them,
right?
And they just do you have a hat like that people definitely gravitate toward? Is it that one or?
I would assume it's that one. Honestly, I try to like people like seeing me in different hats. Even some videos, I try to change hats like 2 or 3 times in the video where people don't notice, and everyone always comments about it. So I'm trying to. I like the one hat thing, but I like just the hats. Like that's what people know me for is the hats.
Dude, I was the same actually growing up, or not growing up, when I was making YouTube videos in the beginning. Before I started wearing all my own clothes, like I don't own anything really that's not Joyage anymore. I'll send you some stuff whenever I do a public drop. I'll send you some like a hat or fucking whatever. But I agree. I used to wear all the hats. I like wearing the hats. I had to fucking get rid of them though because like I can't like now that I have my own hats, I guess I just don't really want to wear other people's hats. But I had so many hats. I had so many different like I had like beanies and shit. Like, do you wear any beanies, things like that in the winter? Are you a big like person who wears shit on their head?
No,
or you just, like,
I have those hats that they go over your head, but they also have like the little ear things that come down here and you can buckle them. I don't even know what they're called, but that's my winter hat.
That's right. Okay, and then I see a couple questions here. Favorite alcoholic beverage?
Tequila.
Oh shit. Okay, me too. Which kind? You got a favorite? You got a favorite for tequila?
I've been rocking with Terramana lately. The Rock is my guy right now.
Really? Oh shit! Yeah. Wait, I haven't actually tried that one. Now that I think about it. So
it's delicious. Yeah,
dude, I've been trying to branch off tequila. That's been like my drink for a long time. Like I used to, like everyone like started with like vodka in like high school, so I don't like vodka, but I do like tequila. I'm trying really hard to figure out how it is people like whiskey, and whiskey,
I don't like
and
whiskey.
And any of that stuff. Dude. It's just fucking disgusting. It tastes like butthole. It tastes like literal butthole.
I have been so I've been dating this girl right now that her stepdad, huge bourbon guy, like has a huge like a bar downstairs. Every single type of bourbon bottle he has it. So I've been drinking bourbon lately, which
Really?
I'm kind
Okay.
of liking that. Yeah.
Well, honestly, the reason I've always wanted to get into that is because of like certain movies growing up. Like bourbon was like a cool drink for
It
like
looks cool. Yeah.
cool American dudes with the
yeah.
gun and like cowboy hats. Like bourbon, give me a thing of bourbon. Like I remember in The
Right.
Mummy, they drank that shit. Okay. Okay. Best NFT dub.
D-Gods.
Best or worst NFT fail.
Buying an OK Bear at 181.
Yeah, I remember that shit, dude. Phone background. You don't have to show this one if you don't want to. You can just skip it if you want.
Let me just get rid of notifications. Oh, it's the DeLorean and the Cybertruck.
Oh, fuck yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very cool. I just changed mine the other day, and it's I did it because I was super high and I thought it was trippy. I made it the photo I posted the other day on Twitter, which is a POV of my POV,
That's
which is
sick.
literally what I'm at like 99% of the time. So I thought it was really trippy when I was high. I was like, whoa, dude, like whoa. Okay. What's your biggest fear?
Sharks.
Oh, okay.
The open ocean. The open ocean is kind of scary to me.
Whoa, you're the first person I've ever met to actually, because I've seen that's like a real fear that people have on TikTok mainly. I've never actually met someone who actually is afraid of it. What have you had like a childhood experience that made you afraid of it, or what is it?
I don't know, dude. I just think that like the thought of like not knowing what's under my feet that deep in the ocean for some reason just always gets to me. I don't know. I think it's just the unknown, right?
Very interesting. Very interesting. And guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat because we got a couple more left, and we're gonna pop out of here. Have you ever choked? Like, have you ever choked an opportunity with a girl or business or like any kind of anything?
Absolutely. I fumble the bag all the time. Both.
any that come to mind like specifically, or not so much?
No, nothing off the top right now. Nothing like that. That's
nice.
A good story right now.
Have any of your exes on social media done? Shit, how do I ask this question? Are there any exes that you have that are on social media doing content?
No. I don't have any Instagram model exes right now.
Shit. Nice. Who has the most annoying Twitter?
The most annoying Shill and Villain.
What? Who is that? Who is that?
Alexander. He just came out of nowhere. He's gained like 30,000 followers in the last like month.
Jesus Christ. Okay, nice. And then so Apex says, "What do you use for hair to get so healthy and long?" Nothing. I don't use anything. Actually, I just use water, and people are gonna talk shit about that. But I remember there was actually a video.
That's what everybody says, though.
I don't use anything.
This is the first time I've ever grown out my hair since like middle school. Like I always have a buzz cut.
Yeah,
I've been growing out since like December.
Looks great. Looks really good.
That's what everybody says, though. It's like don't use shampoo. Don't use conditioner.
I use conditioner and shampoo probably once a month, just because I feel like I should do it once a month. Otherwise, other than that, like I think it takes like a week or two, and then apparently people have a problem with grease. I've never had a problem with grease, but that's typically what people say. And then Eric says, "Do you like cats?" I feel like you're a dog guy, but who knows?
I'm a dog guy. I have Tyson. Tyson's in a lot of videos sometimes. Yeah.
What kind of dog is it again?
He's a Rottie Lab. He's like 100 pounds.
Oh hell yeah! And then Cody, the last question: how did you and Jersey become besties?
He's the other big salon YouTuber. Basically, we both had like 1,500 subscribers. We're like, hey, we're making very similar videos. Like, just DM'd each other, and then basically talked every day. Like, hey, I'm gonna post this. How's it working for you? And then just stayed up on Discord calls all night, just kind of talking about the space. Like, just it's nice to have someone in the space, like as a creator in the NFT world, like at the same time as you. And it's just very easy when you're going all in, talking to somebody else that really knows what you're going through.
Hell yeah, dude. Final question, because this is interesting to me. Cody on chain, what is your legacy? What do you want it to be?
So what I really want to be known as, I want to build something as fun as possible for DGens where we can all just like literally enjoy what we're doing, have a great time. It can be an escape. It can be kind of that go-to place, that go-to platform or show or whatever it is, where no matter what you're doing, you're like, damn, like I'm having a good time again, snap out of it. Like that's what I want to do. I want to make sure everything stays light with me. I know that there's stuff that's going on and that's not always possible. That is my goal. I want to be the fun DGen. I want to build that and build a community of fun DGens.
Fuck yeah, man. I love that shit. Guys, code word if you made it to the end. I know some of you guys have been here since the beginning. Code word if you made it to the end, DGen. So I know I want to see DGen spam the chat. Actually, no, code word, not DGen. Hold on. Code word. Shit. Here we go. Cody is a degen. We'll set this proper. Code words, Cody is a degen. You made it to the very end. Thank you so much for being in here. And then if it's not your first episode with us in the Joyage Kingdom, I want to see OG spam in the chat. You'll already know. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't smashed the like button all the way, smash the like button for us. Subscribe to the channel. Join the kingdom. Cody's channel is also linked in the description. His channel and his Twitter. So if you want to check his shit out, just go down. Go like right under the like button and subscribe button, which you have clicked already, is that link in the description box, and that's where you should click it to go find that out. But dude, thanks for coming on. This was fucking blast talking to you.
Dude, I'm glad we finally got it done.
Yeah, I know, man. We'll get you on for a tea time episode at some point with Tom.
I love Tom, so I'm down.
Dude, those shows are always so much fun. We did it with Zark last week. I had Nate before. We've had I think we're gonna get Blockchain Gavin on. I want to try and get everyone on, everyone that we fuck with. It's a cool little circle we've got. You know, there's not a whole lot of YouTubers who I think will be here in the end. But the ones who I believe will be here are all fucking awesome and super fun. And I love chatting with all you guys, man.
Dude, this is awesome. I love the show. Let's go. Fucking smash the like button if you're still here. Sorry for swearing. Let's go. My bad.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Until next time, continue on your Joyage, continue to learn, and we're grateful you're live watching this video. Bye.